makeup, baby.
Makeup, baby? What's this?
Hey y'all, hey, it's Miko and this is On The Go with Miko. So I'm coming to you with a quick makeup tutorial using only 2 eyeshadows. So we're going to start off by priming our face with the NYX Angel Veil Primer. I'm just going to smooth that into my face with my fingers. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I have lots of videos similar to this on beauty, natural hair care, self-care, and wellness, and travel vlogs. I'm going to start with foundation, which I never start with foundation, but you kind of go with the flow. So I'm using the Born This Way foundation. I will be sure to put all of the shades of the makeup I'm using in the description bar below, so be sure to check that out. I'm just going to blend that in with my buffing brush. And then we're moving on to eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden and place that all over my lids. And then we'll blend that in with the eyeshadow blending brush. I'm going to use the Saharan 2 palette. We're going to stick to this bottom row here and start off with this orange before an intruder. Boy, what are you doing? Stop. Don't, Christopher. Okay, thank you. So with that orange shade, I'm just going to blend that with a fluffy eyeshadow blending brush in the crease. Then I'm going to take a tapered brush with that same orange shade and intensify the crease. And then I'm taking a flat brush and I'm going to take this middle kind of Merlot burgundy shade and brush that all over the lid and also into the crease, switching back and forth between using the tip of the brush and the sides of the brush. This will just help make sure that I'm blending both of those 2 colors seamlessly in the crease. And then I'm going to go back with that original fluffy blending brush with the orange shade to make sure there aren't any harsh lines. And we're done with that palette. So now on to concealing. I'm using the ColourPop concealer in the shade Dark 40. And I'm just going to conceal underneath my eyes, the chin, and the bridge of my nose. And on to contour, I'm using the Cream Contour Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just going to carve out my cheekbones, jawbone, and the temples. And then I'm going to go in with a damp beauty blender and blend all of that in along with the areas that we previously concealed. Then I'm going to set with the Laura Mercier setting powder in the shade Deep. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit in the cap of the container and then use another damp beauty blender. And here I'm just doing it all backwards. Typically I blow and then dab, but we did it opposite. But keep it going. So we're going to set underneath our eyes, basically all the areas where we concealed, to make sure that we don't have any creasing throughout the day. Then I'm going to take a fluffy brush, apply a little bit more of that setting powder, and I'm going to brush off the excess powder in those same areas. Now it's time to set the face with our powder. I'm using the shade Dark in the Mineralized Skin Finish from MAC. Then set the foundation all over the face, including the areas I just covered. And now I'm going to bronze. I'm going to use an angled brush to basically go over those same areas where I previously contoured, just to really carve out the cheekbones and the jawbone. For blush, I'm using Saharan 2 blush palette. I'm going to go with the shade Tau, which is this pretty orangey color, and apply to the apples of my cheeks. And then for highlight, I'm using the Anastasia Glow Kit, and we're going to hit the high points of the cheek, the arches underneath the brows. Highlighter just makes everything better. Don't you agree? Now onto brows. I'm going to use the Goof Proof brow pencil in the shade number 5. I really love this pencil. You'll see me use it all the time. I love the angle. I'm able to shape the brows, fill them in, and also have that spoolie. coming together. For my waterline, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Silkissime charcoal pencil. And then I'm going to set. Now this is actually Mario Badescu, but I have it in Travel Pump from the MAC Fix Plus. Now while everything is wet, I'm going to take the same brushes I used for my bronzer, my blush, and my highlight and retouch those areas. And I didn't highlight my nose, oh my goodness. So I'm going back to do that, and also the inner tear duct area and the brow bone with that same Anastasia highlighter. I'm also touching up that orange again just to make sure it doesn't get lost. Really blending that in and making sure there aren't any harsh lines. The dampness from the setting spray will also ensure everything pops. Now with that remaining settings powder, I'm going to go back with that damp beauty blender. We are not going to blow off any excess, and we're just going to cake that on to further carve out our cheekbones. So you can decide to do a straight line if you want, curve it, whatever your facial structure is or preferred look. And we're just going to let that sit and bake for a little bit. Alright, now it is mascara time. I'm using Too Faced Better Than Sex in the color black. And I'm just going to apply a couple of coats of mascara to my top and bottom lashes. Now, going back to get that excess powder off using that same big fluffy brush. And boom, we cut, girl. Ayy. For lips, I'm going to be using Ellery lip liner. This is from ColourPop. I'm just going to heavily line my lips to prepare for the liquid lipstick, and I just like to kind of blot to blend that lip liner together so it's not a very harsh, rigid line around the mouth. And then I'm using the color Ceci. This is from the collaboration with Ellery with ColourPop. Fill that in, also making sure to go over the liner as well. Now while that is drying, I'm going to go back into the Saharan and use this pretty brown shade to smoke out the lower lash line, just to intensify the eye look just a little bit. Oh yeah. Now we're just going to add a little bit of gloss on top of the lippy now that it's dry. This is in the shade Believe, also from ColourPop. Now the infamous finger trick, if you don't do it, start doing this. All that excess would have ended up on your teeth, which we know ain't cute. And I've decided to stop here, no liner, no lashes, but you're able to add that in if you'd like. And this is the final look. Easy breezy, just 2 eyeshadows, very beginner friendly, and you can slay all day, baby, just like that. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe, and I will see you on the next journey on the go with Miko. Bye.